Coming up on Spartan Sports Report.
Michigan State field hockey took on two ranked opponents this weekend.
The men's soccer team settled for a pair of draws this past week.
And the men's and women's basketball teams celebrated their annual MSU Madness event.
Hello and welcome back to Spartan Sports Report. I'm Jackson McIntyre.
And I'm Lexi Alston. Jackson, today we have a lot of Spartan sports to cover, but how about we start on the ice?
Yeah, let's skate right into it. The number 8 Michigan State hockey team traveled to Colorado Springs to take on the Air Force Academy Thursday and Friday night. It was an eventful series for the green and white, tallying 10 goals over 2 games, with points spread across 13 different Spartans. The Falcons struck first on Thursday and did not relent the pressure, scoring 3 goals in the first period. Start of the second, the Spartans pulled goalie Trey Augustine and replaced him with fellow freshman Luca DePasquo, but the Air Force push did not let up. The Falcons scored 3 more goals to secure the win against MSU, despite an impressive 5-goal near comeback that saw the final buzzer 6-5 in favor of the Air Force Academy. Game 2 of the series was a flipped script, however. The Spartans struck first and dominated in front of the net throughout the entire game. Joey Larson logged his first hat trick in the green and white and had an impressive 4-point night that majorly contributed to the Spartans' 5-3 win over the Falcons, resulting in a series split. Following the weekend at Air Force, the Spartans remained at number 8 in the USCHO poll and dropped to number 9 in the USA Hockey poll. Michigan State will be back in action at home in Munn Ice Arena this Thursday and Friday to take on Canisius at 7 p.m. both nights.
The Michigan State football team traveled to Rutgers on Saturday to take on the Scarlet Knights. Redshirt freshman quarterback Caden Hauser made his first career start for the Spartans. He had 2 touchdowns in the first half, including one to senior Montori Foster, giving the Spartans a 17-6 lead going into the locker room. Senior wide receiver Trey Mosley reeled in a 4-yard touchdown pass to extend the Spartans' lead in the third quarter. Rutgers was able to capitalize on a few special teams mistakes by the Spartans, scoring 21 straight points to take the lead in the fourth quarter. They held on to take the Spartans down 27-24. Michigan State will take on Michigan this Saturday at home, 7:30.
The Michigan State women's tennis team was at home and inside this week. They hosted 22 teams from across the NCAA in a 5-day ITA Midwest Regional Tournament at the MSU Indoor Tennis Facility. First on Friday, here's Rhea Bakhta and Izzy Purser facing the team from Northern Illinois and winning this back-and-forth rally late in the match. They'd go on to win 8-7. Now here's Lisa Vivlainen with Aish Khan as they lose to Northwestern in the first round. Vivlainen would win her first match in singles, and Matilda Morris would join her in the second round. Here she is alongside Natalie Stasny in doubles as they would defeat Illinois, but then lose to Ohio State in the second round. A tough Saturday for the Spartans, as no one could get further than the round of 16, but they will look to bounce back next week in Tuscaloosa at the Alabama Classic.
The Michigan State field hockey team went up against 2 ranked opponents this weekend, number 15 Penn State and number 4 Rutgers. The Spartans took on the Nittany Lions Friday, suffering a tough 4-0 loss. The Spartans were able to record 5 shots on the night, with Lena Castle and Lulu Fulton having 1 each and Selena Ricardo contributing 3. Hoping to break their 2-game scoring drought, the Spartans faced Rutgers for their breast cancer awareness game at Ralph Young Field. Shortly in the first quarter, Bridie Molino slotted a goal for the Scarlet Knights right past Spartan goaltender Cece Charles. Rutgers scored again in the second quarter with Germina Casanaro finding the pass from Carly Snarsky to gain a 2-0 lead. Down by 2 at the half, the Spartans had a chance to score 6 minutes into the third quarter. Coming off a corner from Ashley Harlock, a penalty shot was called. It would be Selena Ricardo that took the shot for the Spartans, finding the back of the net and earning her first goal this season. With 4 minutes left in regulation, however, Molino would extend the lead for Rutgers, with the game ending 3-1, giving the Scarlet Knights a victory. Falling to 3-10 overall and 1-6 in conference play, Michigan State will travel to Ohio to face Miami Redhawks this Sunday.
The undefeated men's soccer team traveled to Ann Arbor last Tuesday to take on the Michigan Wolverines for the Big Bear Trophy. It was a back-and-forth first half as both teams had opportunities to score, but neither team could find the back of the net. In the second half, it was all Zach Kelly as he had 4 saves, while Michigan totaled 10 shots throughout the match. Kelly continues his fantastic season as he brings his save count to 44. In the closing minutes, Spartans had one final opportunity to score with a Jake Spadafora bicycle kick that just ended up going high. When the final buzzer sounded, both rival teams found themselves with a tie as the Spartans continued their undefeated streak. The men's soccer team traveled back to home to face off against Maryland Terrapins at the Martin Stadium on Sunday. After tying their last 2 games, Michigan State was looking to get back in the win column against the Terrapins. Spartans had a slow start offensively, and just 1 minute into the match, Maryland's Luke Van Hoekelum headed the ball off the crossbar and into the back of the net. The Terrapins kept it rolling early. Another goal came in the 17th minute from Max Riley, finishing the rebound to put them up 2-0. Despite Maryland's dominance in the first half, the Spartans were ready to fight back in the second, with Jake Spadafora getting the Spartans within one with his third goal of the season. Michigan State kept fighting back, with Jeremy Sharp sending a perfect ball to Jonathan Stout, who equalizes 2-2 in the 79th minute. The game would stay 2-2, and the Spartans would end up with another draw, tying the team record for most ties during a season. The Spartans will head to Evanston this Friday to take on Northwestern at 8 p.m. On Friday night, the men's and women's basketball teams were celebrated at the annual MSU Madness. Students and fans from all across Michigan packed the Breslin Center for the exciting event. It kicked off with in-costume introductions featuring both rosters for the upcoming season, and even had the head coaches get into action as they were dressed up as another legendary duo, Batman and Robin. The night featured a three-point and a dunk contest, where athletes like new four-star freshman Cohen Carr got to show off some high-flying action. It was capped off by scrimmages from both teams showcasing their chemistry on the court for the first time this season. With the newest men's AP poll putting the Spartans ranked number 4, the basketball teams are eager to start the season as the expectations are through the roof for both squads. Michigan State men's team opens their season with an exhibition match against Hillsdale on Wednesday, October 25th.
And the MSU women's team opens up with an exhibition against Davenport University on Thursday, November 2nd. That's all the time we have for you today on this week's edition of Spartan Sports Report.
Make sure you check us out on all our social media accounts below, as well as on the Spartan Newsroom website for continued sports coverage.
Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next week.